Hello everybody, this is Character More Let's Play Suikoden 1, and you may notice that I'm nowhere near where I was before. Hey, look at those levels, 40 across the board. Yeah, I've been kind of busy. Also, my money kind of fluctuated, because I've pretty much teched out maybe half the characters I have right now. And we're here to get this guy. I am very strong. Woohoo, new person! Now, he's going to be awesome for two reasons. And, well, actually, three reasons. Number one, he can equip the Boar Rune, which is very cool. Number two, he is part of a triple attack with Pawn. And number three, the rune he has now, better rune for Victor, or so I've heard. And I'm gonna deal with that right now, actually, because I can. If you hear a strange sound, it's probably me picking pretzels out of my teeth. I snacked before this. I was grinding quite a bit and listening to YouTube. I grinded a little more than I otherwise would have because I was listening to YouTube stuff on my phone. But yeah, as you can see, well, actually you can't see, but everyone as far as everyone up to Sylvina has best equipment I can attain and maxed out weaponry. Where is he? There he is. Big old badass right here. We're gonna take him downstairs, because that's what we do. Not there, though. Another one. Another one, another one. Yeah, this is another one of my recruitment drive videos. We actually have one more place to go after this, before we resume our trip. No. Not drop. Pick up. That's the one. Cough, cough, cough. I want to point out that I think this is the first time in the entire history of me playing this game that I've ever taken the clone crystal off him. And like I said, it's gotten to the point where I honestly could not remember whether or not that crystal was something that came with him. But yeah, the double beat crystal is kind of like the clone room, does the same thing. At least I think it does. Except without the unbalance. Or maybe it does something similar. Basically, it's a better clone room. For the purpose of this conversation, that's what we're going to say about it. Alright. So, allegedly, this will make Victor a better character. I will just have to wait and see if that's true. One thing I'm going to try and do in this LP, I will make no promises, but one thing I'm going to try and do is show off at some point every single character in combat. So if they have a special rune or a special attack, I want to show it off. I may not get to, but I'm going to try to. Because, quite frankly, once I'm done with this LP, I'm giving this game to a friend of mine in exchange for a different game. So I can, at any time, get this game back, either by borrowing it from him, or just getting it on PlayStation Network, but this could, very realistically, be the last time I ever played this game. It really could. And that's kind of sad, really. But, oh, Rio, are you okay, baby? Man, you clonked yourself pretty good. And you clonked yourself so hard you made me teleport to the wrong place. But yeah, this it's kind of sad to think that this could be the last time I ever play this game. And if you really think about it, there are lots of times when it's the last time you play this. Like, I'm probably never gonna play Asteroids ever again, you know, on purpose. But it's not something I'm necessarily depressed about. But then again, I'm not doing a Let's Play on asteroids either. You know, so really should have gone the elf tree route, but fuck it. You know, I don't know if I'm sad or impressed that that took almost all of our attacks to pull that off to kill them. Considering we're level 40 with level 9 weapons. That's kind of sad. In a very real sense. By the way, this unite, unite, unite thing is something I've been doing for the past hour or so. So, yeah. For the record, from what I've looked up in things about, oh, here's how you grind up, eventually, every enemy in the game, once you hit a certain level, will just give you 5 XP. So basically, you're looking at 200 fights, I'm going to say, per level. So at that point, they say basically just fight weak enemies that you can kill really quickly. You know? Like, say, go to the weakest area of the game, like, go to... I think the enemies around Gregminster get stronger, but, like, that area. Or, like, the area where I got our strategist, you know? Basically, the area where I can vote to my castle. Go around there and just kill enemies with free will, etc., or just spam your unites to hit everybody, or have Cleo do the fire rune thing that she does so well, that kind of stuff. Until you just get up there, because for a while, for like 2 of Kirkus's levels, that's exactly what was going on. It was just in that area where I left off last time. And I happened to accidentally teleport into the town, at the back of the town, that is the next area I'm going to. And it's a town full of monsters, and as I'm backtracking, I'm fighting the monsters and seeing that, hey, I'm getting some decent XP off these guys, you know? Why am I doing this? I can run. So I just ground in there. One of the reasons I was grinding, I originally wasn't going to grind up to level 40. I was trying to get a prosperity rune, and then I figured, you know what, fuck it. You know? Alright, next character we're here for, Ruby. I'm about to say, if you came to him earlier, he'd be very dismissive, but he was. And now this is what happens when you come back at level 40. Yeah, Ruby's kind of cool. I seem to recall him being pretty powerful, but it might just be because you have to be so powerful to even recruit him. Okay, now, we're gonna kind of get on with the story? A little bit, I guess. We're gonna recruit more people. Because that's what I do. Recruit people to the Liberation Army. I want to say it's this place. Because I keep screwing this up and going to the wrong one. Also, I should totally stay at the inn because I haven't seen what my level 40 spells look like. That is a spell allotments. I don't have level 40 spells. God, I wish I had a level 40 spell, because these level 4 ones hit like a truck. You know? But, yeah, that's a pretty good spread. Kirkus and Sylvina seem to have a very similar spell spread. But that also seems kind of standard, because look at Tyr. Whereas Taiho, Yamku, and Kai kind of suck. Well, then again, Kai doesn't have a spell rune, and you cannot remove his rune, because I've accidentally tried a couple times. I clicked the wrong person and kept clicking remove. It's like, you can't take it off of me, it's too old. Kind of attached to him, it's like a tattoo. Been fighting lots of these things, oh my god. Whee! Smick. Smick. Kaboom. I'm sorry. I just, this week recorded that episode of Metal Gear Solid 3. That horrible, horrible episode right before the episode that fucking broke me. And yes, an episode that definitely broke me. Okay, who are you? Ah, you're a guy. I don't remember if you recruit or not. I don't think he does. Yeah, these things. I've been leveling off these for a while. They're really weak, but they give pretty good XP. And by they're really weak, I mean they go down just like everything else in the area does, but they give better XP than everything else. See? I'm gaining numbers. It's not as apparent now because I've hit the threshold, but I was gaining like 40 and 50 XP apiece, kind of things. I'm not overly concerned about being too leveled because the game's actually pretty good at keeping you at the level that you want to be. Because here's the funny thing. Yeah, I'm at beat stick levels for where I'm at, but pretty soon I'm going to wander into something that's way, way much stronger than this, you know? And it's just a thing that happens. Can I go in through the back entrance? Is there a back entrance? Sometimes there is. It looked like there was, but it seems there is in fact not. So yeah, it's... I'm not going to pull a Final Fantasy V, which I keep referencing even though I refuse to put it on the internet, where I basically leveled... I ground so much that I accidentally hit endgame levels, like, before the first quarter of the game had finished. So I'm like, well, I'm kind of stupidly powerful. Let's just see where this goes, you know? Let's just try and free will these guys. I haven't done that yet. Ooh, they're agile. Didn't help them, though. So yeah, I'm not concerned that I have too much levels or too much money, because remember, for a while it was like I had too much money, and yet here I am, you know? It caught up to me eventually, which I said it would. And the same thing's going to be true for levels. Who are you? Why are you with them? That's not true. There are two other people here. One of whom we're going to recruit, the other one maybe? I don't remember if he's a thing or not. That's the problem. Like I said, not everybody with a face is a part of the Liberation Army. Some of them are just kind of there. Like the Emperor, we're never going to recruit him. Wendy, we're never going to recruit her either. You know? I mean, some characters are important enough to have a face, but not important enough to be a part of our group. That's not what I'm looking for either. Curstabity. Cursmick. Ow. Alright, I'm missing a thing. A thing that I should have had by now. Oops. And yeah, I don't necessarily need these fights, but I think I'm about to get a new blacksmith, which means new weapon levels for everybody, which means lots of money spent. You know what I'm saying? Because there are 6 blacksmiths in total, and I'm about to get number 3. Okay, I think this is the place I want. It is. Cool. That's the key to recruiting Melody. Or maybe it's supposed to be Melody, but I think Melody is much more interesting, because there are lots of girls named Melody. You don't run into too many called Melody. So we're going to go with that. The uniqueness is more aesthetically pleasing to my ear. Okay, and now this guy. Do not walk on the plants. You have honest eyes and you didn't step on my shrubbery. Yeah, we got a farmer. Which is more useful for an army than you'd think. Army's gotta eat. And it helps when you grow your own crops instead of having to buy them from other people. Yeah, one of the reasons, like I said, that I was grinding so much is I wanted to try and get a prosperity crystal from these sirens. Watch, it's probably going to drop right freaking now. Thus invalidating the hour and a half or so of grinding I did. Oh, no, got some dragon armor, though. Good, that stuff's expensive. That's where most of my money went, is that damn armor. It's like 28,000 a piece. These two. Shouldn't like that. I only called you giant woman once. You are gonna get punched in the dick by a giant fist. She's gonna go all Steven Seagal on your ass. That's 5 between. They tried to poison me. They weren't good memories. Yes, where you poisoned me. You know, we got this real nice dungeon. I think you'd be comfy there. You two little bastards, what have you been up to? Oh my god, that doesn't surprise me at all. Swear to God, if you serve any of us tea, I'm going to fillet you. I actually kind of like how she looks. You're the one I want to talk to. I do. That's another reason that I was grinding for money, is I wanted to make sure that I had enough for him and still equipment and such. And I do, at least for now. Blacksmith number 3. Okay, this is going to require some knowledge on your part. When I see his speech, my head just fills in Mac from Technoman. Or Technoman Blade, if you prefer, which I don't, because fuck that, I grew up with Technoman. But yeah, that's the voice I'm hearing in my head right now. Go look it up. He's the mechanic guy. That's what my brain is telling me his voice is now. Yoink. And her too, of course. I think that might actually be her dialogue at the base, too. Okay, I'm pretty sure I got everyone that I should have here. Now, allegedly, these sirens have that crystal that I want. But you think I'd have found it by now. I mean, I fought more than enough of them to have got one just by the sheer probability of a drop. I mean, I don't think we're looking at Final Fantasy rarities here where it's like, oh, 1 in every 50,000 will drop one. But it seems to be a very rare drop nonetheless. Yeah, see, I would accidentally teleport here, because they're both K names, and I can never remember which one was which. And then I have to backtrack through it. And fight Birdmen, of course, or Hawkmen. Schmick. Wrong door. I think I can come back there and recruit him later, but I don't remember. For now, at least, I don't think it's important. I'm gonna look at the thing, though. Actually, I've got a recruitment guide. I'm gonna see. Ah, yes, I do recruit him, but it requires a thing. Basically, I have to tech up my castle real nice and pretty, get a letter, and then go see him again. So yeah, he is a recruit. And we may, or may not, have enough people for him now, for all I know. I mean, I have been on a bit of a spree lately. But I don't think I yet have the 80 that I need for that one guy on the bridge. Alright, first things first. You. Of course you can have the room. Automatically Jones. No choice in the matter. I just wanted to get rid of a crystal. I didn't want a new person. I always want new people. You're a person. He's got that one creepy eye. Can't remember if there's another one here. Let me just look on the thing real quick so I don't miss anybody. I got them. Nope, I'm up to date. Cool. I think I've got enough time to get one more set of recruits down. Just for fun. Yes. Yes. Ranks, they swell, they grow. Get on the damn boat. Especially since this will tell me once and for all whether I'm at the next castle or not. Because if I am, I got some works to do. Because I've been busy. I'm actually 2 or 3 recruits ahead of what I'm supposed to be at because I grabbed the martial arts guy and Ruby, which I do not believe are yet enough to get the guy. I'll look. I don't think I need. I think I'm like 8 people short to get the guy on the bridge, but I'll check anyway. I mean, hey, worst case scenario, he tells me no and I just walk back, right? Right. Hey, buddy, you want to join? Oh, 6. I was off by 2. Ironically, I was off by the 2 that I'm ahead of. I'll have 2 more by the end of this video. And I can say this with confidence because unless I lose to Tio over and over and over and over again, then I know how this video is going to end. I know that my boat's fast now. Zoom, zoom. Calamon, zoom, zoom. No underwear, zoom. Oh, God. Please be increased. Nope. Not increased yet. So I still got some more people to go. Oh yeah, I'm like, why aren't I running? Because the guy with the holy rune's gone. Which is a good enough reason as any. Where's Cleo? Does she have her own room now? I mean, good for her, but where the hell is she? She's probably in a meeting. Yup, meeting. Can I switch some people? Probably can't switch Cleo, but I wanna get a couple things done. Yup, can't get Cleo. Can get him though. More specifically, I can get the stuff that's in his equipment. Drop that, drop that, drop that, and for now, drop that. Necklace can go, though. But we'll get to that in a minute. First off, and much more importantly... Oh yeah, that was the floor. I'll go back in a minute. Get these identified and most likely sold. Most of this shit isn't really worth keeping. Oh, that's new. No, that one's really not. But you know what? I don't particularly care for it. Alright. Time to waste all my money. Stairs I go. God, I feel so much like I'm playing Harvest Moon right now because of this guy. Oh my god, that's a lot of money. Oh my god, that's so much money. Okay, so he can get me up to 12, but still, oh my god. For the record, the maximum number is 16, and not everyone in the game can get to 16, because one of the guys who cannot is, in fact, the final blacksmith, who, well, he can't smith his own weapon if he's in the party, so he can only go to, like, 15 or so. Alright, oh, wait, I should save the game. You know, in case I screw this up, because I have before. Again, Suikoden is the game that broke my PlayStation because of this moment. Didn't mean to save, or didn't mean to stay, rather. This exact moment, in fact, is the thing that broke my game, because in the duel with Tio, keep in mind, this is like 4 o'clock in the morning when I'm in high school. I'm not quite used to, at the time, keeping those kind of hours. And I'd been stuck on him for an hour or two. So I kind of lost my temper and kind of hit the PlayStation twice with my fist. You know, just smack, smack. And my PlayStation died. And the rented copy of Suikoden got cracked. So this is the fight that killed my PlayStation. Just putting that out there, because it's kind of relevant, actually. Just teensy bit. Now this right here is one of those things where it doesn't matter what we do, because we're pretty much fated to win this battle. You're wasting time. Do not waste any more lives. Thought he was going to say time, and I almost said it for him. We got a secret weapon. Nope, not gonna do that yet. Just want to show this off. Here's my merchants, my ninjas. There is a third ninja. My thieves. Of course he's a fucking thief. Strategist. There's one more strategist, and I don't offhand know who it is. I think it's the guy that I give the letter to. see the power of the science. Okay. We're totally going to rush this guy. Because, really, it's all we have to do is the charge. Because all he's going to do is the armored cavalry, and that's what this guy be, see? Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. I love the fact that the flame spears are, in fact, spears that shoot flames. Let me guess, he's supposed to be Osakan? Or something like that? That's usually the thing, if they have that, what is it, Kansai? Kansai? If they have the accent of that region, we typically give them southern accents, and I think the people of Osaka have that. Oh, she doesn't do a thing. Some of these guys will do a thing on their own. Like, say the ninjas. I can use the ninjas once for each ninja, but apparently strategists just do a thing by themselves. My charge beats your charge, Dad. By the way, I'm guessing via how Pawn worked out that your level does in fact matter in these. And if that's the case, then I should have a much easier time of this because I'm goddamn level 40. I've been grinding excessively for where I should be. I should be in the level 34 range. Because that's where I was comfortably getting XP everywhere in the area. So I'm about 5-6 levels above what I should probably be right now. With the best equipment I can currently access in the game. It is pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Ugh. Burp noise, yay. By the way, spoiler alert, these two, totally the guys I'm recruiting. It's very jarring to see my name in lowercase like that. By the way, it doesn't matter what I say, I'm gonna have this fight. It's a but thou must. Oh shit. Yeah, look at this. At half health, he still beat me like a dozen times. Naturally, this is one of his defense things. What, have you lost the will to fight? Because he's totally not fighting. Yep. See, this makes me look like such a fucking wuss, the fact that I'm having such an easy time with this. Because if you're not leveled properly and he's aggressive like he was with me... Well, actually, no. Because come to think of it, I have a strategy guide, well, a walkthrough, telling me right now, when he says this is what he's going to do. I had to second guess. And a lot of times, like, I do desperate attack and he'd do defend and fucking blitz me or shit, you know? And I just didn't outguess him the way I needed to. By the way, he is the third soul of the Soul Eater room. He will unlock my my other useless for boss fight spell, which is basically Deadly Fingertips, but for the whole group it's Hell. It's the move that Ted used on the Queen Ant. I'm not gonna lie, every time I see the name Grenseal, I read it as Green Seal. I always have, and I probably will continue to do so. But, there's no need for you two to follow my every whim. Now, follow my whim, and follow my son. But totally don't follow my every whim, except this one. Kind of important. Okay, I just dropped a bunch of clicks. They were all in a bag, though, so it's not like they scattered everywhere. Okay, the greatest happiness a father can see is to see his son surpass himself. This may be true, but I somehow doubt that most fathers want to see their son surpass them by beating them to death with a stick. Because that's kind of what I just did. I went all pinata on your ass. I beat you till the candy flew out. And in this case, the candy is blood and organs. Sorry, Dad. I'm still getting that birthday present, though, right? Right? Yeah, this... I feel so stupid talking about, oh, this fight's so hard, this fight's so hard. Imagine the fight with Pan, with me likely a little underleveled, and not knowing what he's going to do when he does it, and thus getting smacked around like a fucking pinata myself. For about an hour and a half. So that should just tell you, he's not... I made him look like a joke because of this walkthrough and because the RNG was very kind to me, without him ever once really attacking. But if I had let him attack me, you'd probably have seen like a third of my health go away. I think this is honestly the first time that the Soul Eater overtly eats a person. Where you just see that, oh, it nommed your dad. Because I don't think it told you about Odessa or Gremio. And if it did, I was too stupid to realize it, that, hey, it's eating people until about this point. So, yeah, that was a thing. Alright, I'm gonna... Because I'm a little sleepy, I'm gonna get kind of dirty here. His dad now lives in his right hand. His dad, his nanny, and some chick now live in the right hand of this man. Every time he masturbates, things are gonna get a little awkward. Dad, quit watching me jerk it. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.